Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a minute. We've been a little busy, but we are still here. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. Here to talk about the Batman, but we are still the Wrestling Podcast. The Real Big E, Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man? Like I said, I've been busy. Work. Had some personal legal stuff going on, so that's why I haven't really been able to get on here and give the people what they want. They want the content. They want the farting preachers, you know.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're gonna give it to them. Yeah, man. Life gets busy, man. You got kids, you got a job, I got a job, and it just gets busy sometimes, man. I've had a lot of things going on in my life too, so I get it, I understand, but we're here now.
Yes, sir. Like I said, talk about the Batman, the Batman. It's kind of a theme with Batman movies. Like last time, there was an interesting casting choice with Joker, and this time around, well, actually, last time with Batman too, with Ben Affleck. A lot of people were like, the guy that played Daredevil, he's gonna be Batman now, okay? And look how that turned out. Me personally, I loved him as Batman.
I did too.
But I this was like really a stretch. I felt at first when they said Robert Pattinson, the Twilight guy, was gonna be the one of the baddest men in comic book history, the Batman. I don't know, and then me and Book did the trailer reaction, and I was floored. I was like, wow, if the movie is anything like that trailer, it's gonna be good. You saw this opening day, right?
It opened here. Some theaters were showing it on March 2nd. The actual opening date was March 4th, which is the date that I went, but some theaters here had played it a couple of days before that.
So was your theater packed? Was it sold out?
You know what, man? My theater was not packed. Actually, there were very few people in it, but it's a theater that has a bunch of different screens. So it was showing on multiple screens at this one complex. But the screen I went to see it, I didn't go to IMAX, but I went to the XD, which is a pretty large screen.
Yeah.
Recliners and all of that. But yeah, the theater was not even half full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to a 3:00 show. So I went kind of early.
Yeah. Long movie, what you're gonna talk about. I saw it the Sunday following its release, and I went to an XD theater too. I would say it was half full. It was a Sunday, Sunday night, 7:00 show. People gotta get up and go to work. Kids gotta go to school, so I didn't expect it to be full to begin with. But yeah, good little turnout. Really, we just gonna talk about like pros and cons. I don't really have too many cons with this. I don't know if you do. And then, per usual, we'll give it a 3G dub movie grade. So like I said, starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, damn. Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell, who, if you didn't know that was him, you wouldn't know it was him. That makeup was fantastic. I mean, it moved with him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't know, and you told me after the fact that was Colin Farrell, I'd been like, nah, that's some fat dude they hired to play the Penguin. No, yeah, really well done. Like I said, I only have a few cons, so I'm just gonna get those out the way. The movie's too damn long. Just to be honest, there's a lot that they could have taken out and at least gotten it down to a nice tight 2.5 hour with credits. I think it would have been a lot more efficient. because this isn't a necessarily an action-packed Batman movie like we're used to. That's not really a blockbuster. It's a noir. It's him as a detective. There is action in the movie, and when he does get down to business, he get down to business. But it's not necessarily a like I said, the normal Batman type movies. The only really other thing I didn't like, there was absolutely no levity, no humor at all in this movie. My crowd did not chuckle one time in the 3 hours. That's a lot to ask for in 3 hours. And I get that's I guess there's a thing with movies nowadays where if you detour off what you told us this movie was gonna be, now people start asking, well, what kind of movie is this? But I still think that there should be at least one or two funny moments in any type of movie. Even if it's a serious drama, you can still have a couple comedic moments to bring you, let your audience relax a little bit and um yeah, just show a different side of the character, I guess. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really have any other big problems with the film. What about you?
Well, I agree with you about the length. 2 hours and 56 minutes, way
It's three
too
hours.
long.
It's called what it is. It's three.
Well,
It's
yeah,
three.
yeah,
It's
okay,
three
yeah,
damn
like,
hours.
yeah, it was too long. There could have been some levity. That wasn't a big problem for me, but I thought maybe at least the scenes between Batman and Catwoman, aka Selena Kyle, maybe they could have thrown in. Even their scenes were kind of heavy. I mean, there wasn't, they
Real
were
heavy.
somewhat romantic, but you would think maybe you would get to see a little vulnerability in one or both of them in those scenes, but we really didn't get that. For me, a con was I could tell that they wanted to go darker with this one, and I was all about that. But I really feel like they needed to go rated R. And that doesn't mean I think it needed to be bloody and gory, but I just felt like in a lot of the scenes, they were holding back. They wanted to maybe go a little further, but they had to keep it PG-13 because look, it's Batman. You want to sell toys to the kids and
It's
you want to
Warner
sell,
Brothers.
you're right, it's merchandising. But I really think that this movie would have benefited from an R rating where they could have gone as far with the darkness as they wanted to. Once again, not saying it needed to be bloody and gory, but you have the Riddler, who is, I mean, a completely different Riddler in this one. He's a serial killer, and he's a pretty creepy dude.
Oh yeah, this ain't
You
Jim
know,
Carrey doing
no, it is not.
it.
And I like that about it. I really like the tone and the atmosphere of the movie, but I felt like there were times when they needed to go further, but I could tell they were holding back because look, we got to keep this PG-13. And so those would be my cons for the movie. I wasn't crazy. Look, I wish Ben Affleck would have done the film. He's a better actor. I think he would have been better in the role, but I'm not going to bash Pattinson. I was nervous because I had gotten the impression maybe Pattinson wasn't taking it seriously. The production got stalled because of COVID, and then all this stuff comes out about Pattinson not wanting to work out or not, and all this press about him, which made me think, is he taking the role seriously? Does he realize
You
he's
wanted
playing
it.
Batman? Yeah, but
He auditioned multiple times and he really did want the part. Now that's before any production starts.
right, yeah, but I did enjoy the movie. Okay, I did like it, but uh, but I did leave disappointed because I thought they could have done more with it.
See, I was thinking at some points like, is this PG-13? Because I had my little guy with me, and I'm like, some of this stuff is a little, kind of pushing boundaries here, especially with some of the ways that Riddler was committing his crimes, trying to get to Batman. It's kind of like, man, this is kind of pushing the envelope here. I guarantee you that they got a rated R cut that's gonna come out when the Blu-ray drops, and I'll definitely be getting that one. I hope it's not any longer, just the stuff in there that you just couldn't put in for the kids, Yeah, man. Speaking of Robert Pattinson, okay, so obviously this is, and they make sure you understand he's only been Batman 2 years when for this movie. Um, and I like that he's not perfect. He's not the polished Batman, the flawless, doesn't make any mistakes or very few mistakes. He makes a ton of mistakes in this movie. He shows that he has weaknesses, and he's all rage, all anger. Um, and I like that. I also like that the movie's called The Batman. You get Batman. You see Bruce Wayne. If you're a Bruce Wayne fan, this ain't for you. I tell you that. You get Batman in this. He is in this movie. Um, I don't know this. I've ever seen a Batman movie that had featured Batman this way. Um, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, or Selena, because they don't really call her Catwoman in the film. She was great. She just fit the part. Matt Reeves did a fantastic job directing this movie, directing um, all his cast. I've thought, like I said, Colin Farrell was great as the Penguin. Um, I can't think of the actor's name right now, but the guy that plays Riddler, I've seen him in a few other things. He was great. It's just it reminded me of Joker. It may not be okay. If you didn't like Joker, you're probably not gonna like this. Except I will say that this is definitely more violent than the Joker. Batman is whooping that ass. Um,
Oddly enough, Joker was rated R. This was only
right.
PG-13, but there's more action in this one. Joker is more of a character study until the end, but yeah, this one is pretty much action most of the way through.
Um, what else? Oh, the Batmobile. Oh my god, that to me is how you should do it. It's a muscle car with a jet engine, and just keep it simple. Okay, we don't need it to be some big ass tank. I like the tumbler and everything, but I was like, that's a little extreme. Okay, you can't fit this fucking thing on the street. Um, I liked it though. It was smaller. Somebody doing this for 2 years. I mean, the only really high tech thing he had was, and this isn't really a spoiler thing, but he just had those contact lenses. That was like the most high tech thing he had.
But I thought those were pretty cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
really like the idea of those. I thought that was very ingenious.
Yeah, but he didn't have like the utility belt for every occasion.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's even a spot where he does traditional Batman thing with you know, and they show a different side. Like, yeah, this ain't a veteran Batman yet, and I like that. So I like this. I like this movie. Like you said, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think of anything else specifically
I
that's
have a
not
nitpicky
spoiling.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You were talking about Zoe Kravitz, who's beautiful and talented, and definitely was awesome as Catwoman in this movie. Nitpicky thing though, her mask. I mean, it looked like she had on a stocking cap with a big ass hole cut in it. And look, she's not, you can't fool
Yeah, man, that's what
anybody
it was.
with that mask. I mean, look, girl, you're Selena Kyle. Okay. You need a better mask because I can see most of your face. I know who you are. That was nitpicky, but if she's really trying to be Catwoman and not known as Selena Kyle, she needs a much more effective mask.
I think studios are afraid because of what Halle Berry did that they don't want to.
Okay.
You see, they didn't even acknowledge her as Catwoman in this. So even like with the Christopher Nolan series, The Dark Knight Rises, I can't think of her name, but she was Catwoman, and she only had the ears when she flipped up her goggles. And I don't think they addressed her as Catwoman either. You just kind of just got the gist that that's who that is,
Yeah.
and they treated her as a cat burglar, not some weird cat lady that got mystical powers and acts like a cat, you know. But yeah, I get it. I mean, they could do a little bit better than what they gave her, because I mean, how do you even put that thing on?
And like I said, it's nitpicky. She was great in the role, and I enjoyed the film. I look forward to the sequel. I'm assuming there will be one, and
Trilogy.
I will look. Yeah, I will look forward to seeing it.
There's a trilogy plan. I mean, yeah, this thing made a bunch of money. But not going to belabor any further. My grade is a solid A minus, because like I said, it moved a little too long for me, and you know, I just that's really my biggest thing. The movie was too long. There's a lot of stuff they could have cut out. But all in all, I had a great time. I enjoyed the score, love the score, love the Nirvana song that they chose. It just set the mood, you know. But they, you know, throw a joke in there too. You know, it's all right. So yeah, still I would definitely watch it again. You know, and I'm definitely gonna buy it when it comes out. A minus for me. Good job, Matt Reeves.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm gonna go B though. I'll definitely buy it when it comes out. I think it's a good addition to the Batman franchise. Once again, I'm hoping, like you said, maybe we get a director's cut with maybe some scenes. Maybe we get the director's actual vision. I would be willing to bet anything Matt Reeves wanted to go further with this. And, you know, look, I know it's Batman, but we've seen what Marvel's done with, you know, characters like Deadpool or like Wolverine. We've seen it done with Joker, R-rated films that are a little darker and a little more violent, but it doesn't really take away from the franchise. Look, don't get me wrong. I know Batman is the most iconic superhero ever, and you have to be careful with how you are portraying him. But I don't think, look, there's not much difference between PG-13 and R. I think you could push the envelope a little more, and I think it would serve the series well.
Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, so like when they do like the pre-screenings, I think the Matt Reeves cut is 4 hours. So
Well, so was Zack Snyder's Justice League, but everyone says that's a better film than the original.
Better than the original, yes. But 4 hours.
Look, it's long to sit in a theater, but if I own the Blu-ray and I can watch it maybe, you know, in 2 segments, then I'm okay. Yeah, don't ask me to sit in the theater for 4 hours. I had a hard enough time sitting through this one for the 3 hours. And, you know, I know that DC is not Marvel, but I did the dummy and sat through all of the credits hoping I would get some kind of spoiler Easter egg, and didn't really get
if you're
it.
watching this, haven't seen it yet, leave. Once the movie's over, it's over. Okay, there's nothing there. There's no stingers. There's no mid-credit, post-credit. It's just done. All right, it's the Batman. Unless you want to stick around and see the Batman, the logo, that's about it. Other than that, you're already there for 3 hours. What more do you want? So I'm glad there wasn't. I left. I didn't stay because I figured, I'm like, well, if there is something, it'll be on YouTube. And there's not. So there it is. There it is. Like I said, bear with us. We are going to put out content as often as we possibly can. You know, I work long days now, so the free time I do get, somebody else has a list of things for me to do, so I got to do those first, and then this
honey-do list.
Yeah, or you know, my own stuff. You know, my car needs some maintenance on it, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So thank you all for watching, and be on the lookout. We will get back to doing the, you know, the stuff y'all love. Y'all love the farting preachers. We're gonna get back to doing them. We love doing them. It's fun. I love the comments. Keep coming. Please, please, please like, subscribe, and share. Let us know in the comments what you all thought of the Batman. Have you seen it? What do you all think? What would you grade it? Yeah, shoot us an email, thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. If you got any recommendations for us, comment below or send us an email. We love requests. We will react to whatever. If you got a movie review request, we will do that too. And I know we're a little late. We're gonna get to it, but the AEW Revolution post show is coming. Promise, probably the next 24, 48 hours. Like I said, it's just been ridiculous. So we wanted to get this Batman review out there for you all. So take care, everybody. Be safe. Ambassador.
Hey, we always say it. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We want to hear from you. We're going to get the content back out. And I've got to say it, man, just prayers for the people in Ukraine. It's just terrible what's going on there. And, you know, I don't like to get too political on the show, but I just feel like that needs to be said.
Right on. Right on. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.